gifts so that they could equip his people for works of service, so that the body of Christ may be built up until we all reach unity in the faith and in the knowledge of the Son of God and become mature, attaining to the whole measure of the fullness of Christ. Oh, let me read that in the King James Version as well. And it says, he gave some apostles and some prophets and some evangelists and some pastors and teachers for the perfecting of the saints, for the work of the ministry, for the edifying of the body of Christ, till we all come in the unity of the faith and of the knowledge of the Son of God, unto a perfect man, unto the measure of the stature of the fullness of Christ. First thing I want to tell you is the pastor is a gift. He is a gift. And in my years of being a minister, I've been under 3 pastors, and this is the 3rd one. And I've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. And you're going to get all of it. Dealing with people. And he's been doing this for 18 long years. That's a long time to be doing this. That's a long time to be doing this. Do you think he ever thought about quitting? Do you think ever, First Lady ever whispered in his ear in bed and said, you might want to get this up, baby? But if he quits, where does that leave you? Where does that leave you? Have you ever been without a pastor? I want to talk to some people that ever been without a pastor. Have you ever been in between churches? Have you ever been? Do you know how that feels? It's a rough feeling. You feel lost. I've been there before. You feel out of place. You don't know what to do. You can go to church, but it's just not the same. And I'm here to tell you today that you need a pastor. You need one. And you need 100% of them. Not 50, not 75. You need 100%. Am I digging in your pockets? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Because there's no way that a man could do this and have to go to work every day. So I commend you, sir. I really do. And I've had times where I questioned you, but I question you no more. I tell you that I question you no more. Because there's no way in a million years I'm doing it. I'm telling you, it's no way. But the Bible tells us that it is a calling. It's not volunteering. So that's why he does it. Because he's been called to do it. It's not because you put out a need for a pastor. He's been called to do it. So therefore, he has to answer to God himself and not to you. So what are the roles of a pastor? So not only is he a father and a provider at home, but he has to be CEO of the church. He has to be CFO of the church, chief financial officer. He has to be manager, counselor, chaplain, overseer. And he has to put the needs of the body before his own. Often has to put the church before his family. All for pennies. 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 I'm telling you, I'm not tooting my own horn. Let me tell you something. I'm not tooting my own horn. But I retired from my job, and I was not taking less than $100,000 for the new job. And this man takes pennies and does way more work than I do. Way more work than I do. Pennies. 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 You need a pastor today. If you want to be fulfilled and get what God has for you, you need 100% of a pastor. He must be in total submission of God, and his steps must be ordered by God. He is listening